Hey, it's your boy Babyface Chem, and it's been a while. I'm with my favorite drunken uncle.
Yeah, it's Yellow Uncle Snake's quite chilly, and I'm about the same as I was last time. I don't think shit really has changed.
We're not apologizing for the hiatus, it's just things happen.
No.
Christmas, holidays, you know how it go. You didn't miss us and we didn't miss you.
Yeah, come on now, y'all don't got families. y'all should have been focused on your family around this time of year. Shit, yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to the ones that did say anything. It wasn't a lot of you, but it was some of you.
Oh, somebody noticed?
Yeah. I ain't gonna say their names though.
Alright. Shit, what you been doing while we was gone?
Regular human shit.
Yeah.
Surviving.
Yeah. A lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot of work. Dealing with this cold ass weather. Still drinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see that.
Fucking wee ball.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to keep it real, trying to be a cool nigga in a hot environment.
Would it be a hot nigga in a cool environment?
Nah, you don't want to be a hot nigga in a cool environment.
Oh, okay.
That's scary.
It's not reverse when it's cold.
That's scaring the hoes.
Oh, okay. It's scaring the hoes. I hear you.
We don't scare the hoes.
How Rick Ross say, y'all niggas smoking the hookah.
looking crazy at the bitches.
Looking crazy at the bitches. Happy New Year. Even though we're like a month in pretty much already, but it's 2/22. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, man, fuck 2022. This is really gonna be a stinker. You know, I was looking back on it, and we haven't had a good year in a lot of years. You know what I said the other day? I was like, yo, 2019 wasn't that bad. Not at all.
And I hated that year.
Not at all.
And I hated that year, and I was like, these last 2 years, I'm like, if I can go back to 2019.
I would take it.
I'd take it.
I'd take it in a heartbeat. Motherfuckers hated on 2019 when we was there. And now you see what we get for being ungrateful. I mean, this shit is... I guess, every time New Year's rolls around, you kind of reflect, on your life, where you've been, where you want to go.
No, I didn't do none of that. I didn't do none of where I want to go, because the way this shit working out.
Well, nowhere I want to go. I can't go nowhere I want to go. I can't go nowhere I want to go.
But I definitely did some reflecting.
Yeah?
Just that 2019 was a good year, and 2020 was trash, and 2021 was trashier.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't do no reflecting. I'm a hater, and I realized that all of my problems lie outside of myself. The problem ain't me.
Yeah.
Problem ain't me no more.
I can only control what I can control, and I don't control shit.
That's right. That's right. My shit is fucking tight.
Yeah.
Y'all be fucking up, Rest in peace, Betty White. I guess while we're on this train of thought,
the Golden Girl, Betty White.
Betty White finally really died.
Yeah, she was like 100.
She was 90 something.
Like, it was literally like, she was like, what, 98, 99?
99,
like, she got like there. Like,
yeah, she was like, I think within weeks of 100 or something.
She seen slavery.
Definitely Jim Crow.
Definitely Jim Crow.
A lot of Jim Crow, actually. She seen
Jim Crow, all of segregation.
She seen more Jim Crow than not Jim Crow. If you think about it.
Yeah.
She's just as much. I think she kind of seen like 50-50. Blanche, old ass, seen more Jim Crow than freedom.
I guess she's with her fellow sisterhood. Because she outlived all them old hoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Respectfully.
The rest of them. Who were the other Golden Girls?
I don't remember their names.
No, of course not.
I know two of them were Jewish. I don't know why I know that.
I know one of them was Betty White and one of them was Blanche, and that's all I fucking know. B. Arthur, okay, that's right.
Yeah, B. Arthur, yeah.
Yeah, those are the only ones that I think I would know. I've seen a couple episodes. It used to be a Nick at Night kind of thing.
You know, they're funny. They were never I know a lot of people watched it because they probably had like a grandma or their moms or some shit. So I get it. Me, if it came on, I was like, alright, like the Golden Girls is on. Haha, these old ladies is funny, and then I call it a day.
Yeah. My cousin used to think it was fun. I did watch a lot of Nick at Night though. I used to watch Three's Company sometimes when that would come on.
It was the Snickers commercials for me. My fault for cutting you off.
Nah, the ones that used to come on during Nick at Night.
No, for Betty White.
Yeah.
Those were my okay, that's why I knew Betty White, but that's why I know Betty White.
Yeah. Well, she's kind of one of those people from you just kind of know her for being who she is.
Yeah.
At this point. This was a great
about
commercial.
About to break her old ass hip.
If you don't know what we're talking about, it's the Super Bowl commercial. From 2010 the Snickers Super Bowl commercial.
Mm-hmm.
It's do you remember the Snickers commercials where motherfuckers was transforming into different people when they was hungry and shit?
Yeah.
The Joe Pesci one was funny. He's also dead.
So R.I.P. Betty White.
Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
Bob Saget, my dog. A Full House father.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Damn, man, Bob Saget really died, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, we knew Bob Saget for
a minute.
Yeah, I feel like everybody has.
He wasn't my dad because I'm black.
Well, yeah,
but I'm sure for a lot of the whites that didn't have fathers, that was their dad.
Well, America's dad was supposed to be Bill Cosby, but now nobody wants that to be their dad no more.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna recast Uncle Phil. Did you see this? That they're making another fucking...
Yeah, no, I seen that trailer a while ago.
Man, that looks fucking bad.
When I
shit looks
first
like
seen it,
doo-doo.
I liked it, but then I was like, but I really don't, because it's serious, and I don't want to watch something. I don't want to watch a serious Fresh Prince.
Yeah, it doesn't look funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Who are any of these motherfuckers?
Then I seen a battle rapper, and I was like, oh, they got fucking Easy the Block Captain.
Yeah.
I was like, that's how I know. I was like, all right, oh god.
Which salute to him. But
Salute to he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
be in the show. Get your credits, nigga. But it tells me a lot.
Tells me I don't want to watch that show. I don't need to, because that means he can act with everybody else that's there acting, and that's not a good sign.
So it's crazy because I felt like they said that Bob Saget was in his hotel room dead, but they don't. I'm thinking drugs right away. They're saying no foul play and no drugs. But he's like 60, and Americans be dying kind of young.
Yeah. And certain drugs, if you abuse them for a while, it just weakens your body to where, if your heart fails and you're a coke, you got a coke habit.
And he once sucked
you might
for
not
coke.
Right. Like, you might not have been high the minute that your heart gave out, but your heart still gave out because of all that blow. So I don't know. Maybe it's one of those kind of things. I don't know. I don't want to say. Rest in peace, obviously, to Bob Saget. And his family. Yeah. Condolences to them, because he was apparently a wild boy.
I'm a wild boy.
And I'm sure that putting the pieces together now for the family is going to be a whole hassle and a half, because anytime a wild boy like that dies with mad money,
call me Steve-O.
What is that? Now, hold on, go back to that one. What the fuck is Candace Owens saying about it? Vaccine conspiracy. Oh, he died because he got the vaccine? Man, this bitch is so one note these days.
I can't say. She's been talking some. Well, she always talks dumb shit, but yeah, it's been real one note lately.
It's boring now. It used to, I mean, it's always dumb, but sometimes it's dumb like, wow, that's amazingly dumb. Like, I never heard no shit like that.
Man.
This is fucking goofy.
Once I seen the one where she said, which I don't want to leave it off of Bob Saget, but once she said, "Oh, I'd rather die from COVID than take the vaccine," I was just like, "What are we doing here?" But that's here or there. Or I'd rather die. What she was? I'd rather die from COVID, than take the vaccine.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what? Like, wait, what?
Yeah, but not for nothing.
Like
We know that bitch is vaccinated anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's a fucking snake oil saleswoman if I ever seen one, right? Like she don't buy none of that shit that she's selling those motherfuckers. Same as Trump, man. You seen Trump get booed? Mm-hmm. Trump own people booed him at a rally because he told them he had the vaccine and the booster. Mm-hmm. The fuck y'all thought? He's as dumb as you? His whole platform the whole time, the one thing he never changed his story about is he think he's smarter than you.
Yeah. Which we should have, and y'all should have knew he got vaxxed when he survived it the first time after like 3 days.
Yeah, if he
when
wasn't
when they rushed his dumb ass to the hospital.
Yeah, you should have known. As soon as that shit was available, he got stuck up with that shit. Because you know he was overselling how much he fucking beat COVID and shit. He's talking about I was barely sick. It was easy.
Yeah,
you know he was in that bitch.
My blood was the best blood.
You know he was in that bitch fucking shook.
Like, nigga, what?
He was yelling, "I'm immune." They said I'm immune.
I tell you what, my blood is the best blood, son. How I didn't get fucking Omicron is beyond me, bro. I'm gonna send them a little jar of my shit for science.
You smoke cigarettes.
I'm saying. Mm-hmm. I smoke cigarettes.
I think that's why. And I guess maybe in marijuana.
I do think we. Which speaking of saying, we touched that.
But they said that
I do think we make you resistant. They've been saying that.
Like when it was just COVID, just regular COVID. They were like, yo, marijuana probably we'll never tell you to smoke, but like, you know, it's marijuana. Marijuana has some receptors or some shit. Yeah, something where like it disrupts the process of the virus binding, or I don't know. I'm too busy getting high to understand it. But what I can tell you is that built like a rock, like a motherfucking Chevy, my boy. I'm telling you, nobody should have had COVID more than I should have had COVID, and ain't had that shit. So, fuck Trump. Fuck Trump is what I'm saying. Once again, you know, world's original man, reigns supreme. Holler at me. And R.I.P. The great American white dad, Bob Saget, who once sucked dick for coke. Yo, I watched his fucking his roast the other day, and every time I watch it, man, it's one reason why everybody, like, when they was like, "Would you ever do a roast?" I said no. I watched Bob Saget roast, and I was like, I can't believe they're talking to this man like this.
I gotta see.
The old roasts were crazy.
I was like, bro,
the
I was like, yo, the way
nuts.
they talking about this nigga is crazy to me.
Yo.
Hilarious, but I'm like, yo, and that was the first, like, that was my first, like, oh shit, like, yo, like, roasts are really fucking wild. But hilarious.
I was rewatching part of I think it was the Charlie Sheen shit.
Yeah, that
was the one.
That was another one where I was like, yo, they are talking to each other ridiculous. I would have to fight somebody. I remember Patrick O'Neal went up there like, yo.
That's what I was like, bro.
Patrice O'Neal, I'm sorry. I'm the legend.
The nigga said, Patrick O'Neal is a white guy from Saudi.
I'm sorry. Patrice O'Neal. He went up there like, yo. But the way he calmed them all down after that was amazing, bro.
Well, that's why because he was the GOAT of that kind of comedy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was a nasty spirited nigga. Like, he really had a fucking rotten heart. But now when he got up there and said, William Shatner is really just like an old racist. Bro,
he said Captain Kirk? A racist? Wow. I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh. And then Steven, he was like, Steve-O, what the fuck, bro? Man, he was like, yo, common shit made this nigga Steve-O make Mike Tyson punch him in the face. How you let another man convince you to do some wild shit like that because he told you about yourself?
That whole roast was loose, and that was the one where I forget what it was he said to Mike Tyson, but William Shatner said some crazy racist shit to Mike Tyson.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, it was crazy.
I said all that to get us here.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching some old Mike Tyson interviews,
Mm-hmm.
man. Why did people used to try him like this? I get it, he used to be wild in interviews.
Mm-hmm.
But interviewers used to ask him shit that you clearly just wasn't supposed to be asking Mike Tyson.
Well, that's why they probably like thought, I got a pass because I'm Mike Tyson. He not going to do nothing because there's the camera. But it's a nigga from Brownsville.
Dude said he's supposed to have a meeting with the mayor. Do you think it helps the mayor's campaign or maybe hurts his campaign to be meeting with a convicted rapist? He said, oh, you one of those guys, you seem like a nice guy, but really you an asshole. So you really a piece of shit. That was a piece of shit. That's one of them things that when you look into it, man, you don't want to. I mean, you don't want to come too hard on one side or the other, but
excuse me, y'all.
Mike Tyson shit is. We all run around and call him convicted rapist for fact, but he's got this lousy evidence in that.
No, yeah.
It's really shitty.
I don't think he did this.
That's a shitty case. But everybody just believed it off face value because of who he is, what he looked like, and shit.
Like even to switch it back, when I go back and when we say Tupac rape, when you find out what Tupac got locked up for a smack on the ass. That was the actual charge. Yeah. But let's go back to Mike Tyson.
The Tupac one is good too because all of this shit shows how it's all different parts of how the justice system is fucked up and don't have no nuance to it. Mm-hmm. The Tupac shit is fucked up because of all of the charges, that was the one. Like they didn't find him guilty of forcible rape. I think forcible rape was one of the charges. Mm-hmm. Like it's all type of when they throw the book at you, they throw the book at you and they see what sticks. And none of the shit that got attached to his name really was the shit that he got convicted of. Mm-hmm. But then you never like to say that when it's sexual assault cases and stuff.
You gotta be careful still.
Exactly. I would rather this was a drug beef so I could just, you know what I mean? So you could just say cut and dry. The evidence was flimsy.
Because that woman to this day still stands on that.
Right.
And I'm sure Mike Tyson's, I'm pretty sure she probably stands on that too.
Yeah, well, there's a thing where they don't have to give the money back or nothing, but there is a thing where both of them won sizable civil suits after that.
Yeah.
So it don't behoove them, that there's an incentive for them not to come out and say that they didn't do it, Mm-hmm. It's not like in certain other cases, like the Making a Murderer guy, where that victim came out and said it wasn't him after the DNA evidence came back. Yeah. He was dirt poor. Yeah. They didn't get no money. It was, It was no incentive for her to stick with her lie there. Yeah. Not saying that those women were lying. Woo, this is a sticky situation. Let's get out of it. I don't even know why we're here.
Oh, let's go to space. Let's
talk about space.
So there was Bob Saget. Now we're at Boba Fett.
Hey, there you go.
Disney Plus, new show. If you are familiar with The Mandalorian, then you should be familiar with Boba Fett. But then you should be familiar with Boba Fett if you were just a fan of Star Wars, period.
Now here's what that show, The Mandalorian, they should have called it The Dominican. This one, they calling it Boba Fett. They should have called it the Samoan. Nah.
That was good.
Before we get into what we think about the show, let me just say that, like, since they showed him in the season 2 of The Mandalorian, I don't like that they brought Boba Fett back as a character, or Boba Fett, whatever. I don't like that they brought him back as a character, because they showing his face a lot, and the whole thing that made him work to me as a kid, like when he was scary when I was a kid, not scary, but you know what I mean. He was a badass when I was a kid, cause he just show up and don't say nothing. He's standing there next to Jabba, you know what I'm saying, with his hand on his cannon for no reason. And then Jabba tell him, go, you know what I'm saying, go do this job, go grab Han. He just go do the job. He just go grab Han. He doesn't have a single line in the whole movie. Star Wars has some of the best beef on sight characters in any series ever. And Boba Fett is like number 2 beef on sight dude. He never had time for the talking. All he's been doing since they brought him back in these TV shows is jibber jabber with everybody. Just bumping his gums. So, I want to rule by respect. You was scary. I miss him being scary. That's all. This dude, this Samoan fella that they got to play him, he looks kind of tough, but he looks wild friendly. He has an inherently friendly face to me.
Well, yeah, but then that's why in the show you literally see him getting into all type of beefs because they're like, nigga, we don't really respect you like that.
But old Boba Fett never had that problem. Old Boba Fett had the opposite problem. Women used to pull little kids off the street when he was walking past. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I'm pretty sure that I've seen him barbecuing in Hobbs and Shaw. Like, he's not a. He seems like a nice guy. That's all.
He's like Rakishi's cousin or some shit.
Exactly.
So the show itself, I'm strapped in. I like it. I like the first 2 episodes. The last episode threw me off with the motorbikes and shit. They look like VR troopers. That whole motorcycle.
Okay, yeah. I thought the same thing. I said, "Oh, he has his own little Power Rangers now."
Yeah, it was.
And they're just that corny. They're exactly as corny.
Maybe that's what they were going for. If that was what they were going for, that's fine. Because Star Wars could be corny sometimes. But the slow, it was just stupid.
That bitch is trash with a knife. I would have killed that Wookiee.
Bruh, they should have fucking, bruh. Now the Wookiee that was probably my favorite part of the show
so far.
Of that episode.
Man, I was disappointed as hell when he walked away at the end. I thought finally here's a character I'm gonna like in this show. I
thought like they should have been beating his ass the whole time. Man, he just let him go. He should have been like, nigga, you're not going nowhere.
Well, I thought when he let him go that the dude was gonna be like, well, I don't really got nowhere to go. I guess I'll work for you now.
Yeah.
That seemed like the natural, because that's how these shows mostly go. They pick up.
Then I would have been like, oh well, yeah. Now he's getting respect in the streets because he just fucking got this Wookiee just popping up on niggas.
Right.
Like, what's cracking, cuz?
Like, Mandalorian was like a video game TV show. Like, every episode, he got like a new friend or like piece of equipment. You know what I'm saying? I thought this show was just gonna go the same way, so I thought that the Wookiee was gonna rock with them at the end of the episode.
I think we'll see him again.
Sure, we're gonna see him again, but that's not the point.
I hope so, man. Did you see he had the fucking electric knuckles and shit, bro? That shit was tough.
Chill him all the way the fuck out. Chilled out the
cool the little pig out.
Miss Piggy 1 and 2.
I can't wait to see that monster.
But the Rancor.
Yeah.
Now they're friendly. This is what I mean. It'd be little shit that they be changing. Like,
no, but that was all a lie. You could tell the dude was just gassing. That's why he said he'll be back. That shit is ready to eat him. The trainer has the Danny.
Yeah, probably.
What you think Danny Trejo is gonna fucking
my boy
is gonna betray Boba Fett? You think Danny Trejo is lying?
Yeah.
They were setting that up in the episode right there in front of us.
Yeah, I think so.
They set that up right there. They made it mad obvious. Like the dude was like talking shit to the monster about him while he was gone.
All he said was he'll be back.
No,
I think
he was
that's
gassing him too.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think.
Like the whole looking at him thing, that shit's a lie. The blinder shit, that's just not real. He gassed him about that. He just wants him to like get close and like care about.
Yeah, I think you're 100% wrong about that. I think Danny Trejo is playing it straight. I'm pretty sure that his character is he's just gonna be like a cool dude.
I can see where you're going. I can see where you're going. We'll find out in
Next episode.
in the future.
TV has a thing where like they shoot characters that are lying different than they shoot characters that are telling the truth. And I didn't pay enough attention. But I'm pretty sure that.
I think if you rewatch it, you'd be like, oh, alright.
Then I mean, and then the other 2 episodes I thought were good. I fucked with them. The first 2 episodes. So I'm
starting to think maybe I'm too much of a geek for this room right now. But
why?
I don't like the Tuscan Raiders having feelings. I'm not crazy about them like doing this fucking Native American thing with these fucking Tuscan Raiders.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. I like that.
Well,
I enjoyed that. Because it's a backstory. I enjoy. Like I was like, okay, we're giving up a backstory to these motherfuckers that we see all the time. It's like that's cool for me.
I kind of like the idea that like in a whole galaxy with mad different species,
Yeah.
it's some motherfuckers that really look like people,
Yeah.
but then they just not people.
Yeah,
Like you can't make them people. You can't make them. They're not gonna chill.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that to me is more interesting than like, oh, everybody actually is.
As a person,
Right, we all the same. Come on now, you tell me that you know what I mean? That big fucking weird shaped mare.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they brains is different. Like, I feel like these sci-fi shit, like that goofy movie with Will Smith, Bright did this. Avatar.
I fucked with Bright.
Avatar did this.
I fucked with Avatar.
What they do is they try to make the connection between like we got between like racial tensions, and they'll be like, okay, so like these aliens. It's gonna be like it's like Pocahontas but with aliens.
Yeah, I get it. That's definitely what they do.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like Bright, it's like South Central LA, but instead of black and white, it's orcs and elves.
Yeah.
But the thing is, those are really different species. I'm watching Avatar. I'm not rooting for the Avatars one time. I'm sorry, I'm not. Them big blue motherfuckers is not people. They're not humans. I'm rooting for the humans.
I'm not rooting for
I'm rooting for the humans. They have the big battle at
once
the end.
again, because once again, these crackers go somewhere that they not from. Was like, ooh, let's colonize the shit and let's take all their shit. We don't care. Like we knocking down their tree, they home and shit. Ooh, let's start. Ooh, they got gold over here. Whatever the fuck they was mining. It's the same shit. So and it's the army out. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them all.
Look, white people or not, they people. You see what I'm saying?
You got a valid point.
That's what I'm saying. When we talk to white people, it's like, bro, we're all people, right? The aliens are not. They're not people.
Okay.
They jump on that spaceship at the end and they just yoink old boy. They throw this fucking white boy off the fucking boat. Mm-hmm. I'm just looking like, damn, he had a family. He's not blue.
Yeah. I hear you.
So these I don't feel bad for the Tuscan Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them do terrible shit.
Yeah, terrible.
I've seen them do terrible shit. They do slavery. They do human slavery.
They do a lot of slavery.
Yeah.
They do a lot of slavery.
They kidnap Anakin's mom for slavery.
Yeah, they do a lot of slavery. I damn. Well, damn.
I'm saying we be social justice and shit to death. Like there's no bad guys. There's no bad guys left.
Hold on.
There's no bad guys left.
Hold on. In their defense, right? They had an ocean. They had it turned all of their desert, and then their ships just coming down, stealing their spices and shit like that, and running through their villages. So it's kind of like free my bad guys.
But they can't talk. I mean, they can't talk.
They talk, but in like sign languages and shit.
They never could talk before.
Now they know sign language.
Like that's what they're not really supposed to be people. I mean, I get it. They people now.
They got
They
it,
people
bro.
now. I just think it's whack that they people now.
No, but they got a brain. They know what slavery is.
Remember Super Mario Brothers with John Leguizamo and shit?
Yes.
It's like if in Super Mario Brothers
the fucking
the Goombas and
Goombas,
shit.
Yeah.
But
they
They
actually
actually just got bills. They actually just got bills, and Bowser the only paying job in town. You know, like we just go. It's not a big deal. They bad guys, man. That's all they are, bro. That's all they just sand bad guys.
They just saying bad guys.
They sand Goombas.
Okay.
I didn't need it to be more than
I
that.
liked it, but I hear where you're coming from. Once you brought slavery in there, you got me.
I'm just not in this show, but in everything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's their bag. They be kidnapping people and shit.
Yeah.
Do like the show though.
Oh man.
The Obi-Wan show is gonna be dope.
The Obi-Wan show is gonna be dope. The Obi-Wan show has like a lot of real talent attached to it. Like a lot of people who have done other really good shit that I like.
Yeah.
I can't remember none of it off the top of my head, but I remember reading about it when they started making it. So
yeah.
I feel like the Obi-Wan shit will be good.
Man, these niggas jamming.
Somebody near the studio is having a blast.
Fuck. We're gonna have to soundproof this motherfucker.
Bass pumping right now. I didn't like Bad Batch.
Bad Batch was my shit. I thoroughly enjoyed Bad Batch.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed Bad Batch. That was my, but you know what I mean? I like cartoons and shit, and I always wanted them, like, I've been hearing they was gonna do something about them, so when it happened, I was like, oh, we get to see it. I liked it.
But you didn't watch the other Clone Wars cartoons, did you?
I did, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's why I
that was him that didn't watch the other Clone Wars cartoons. My fault.
Remember when they came down there with the 5-minute shit? They just, they was like, well, they killed everything, and it was just them, and it was like,
yeah, because they introduced them during
that. So when they did the Bad Batch, I was like, oh yes, let's go, and I liked it.
My thing is they keep on adding more and more Jedi that made it.
I don't know why the little girl didn't have to be so much there, in my personal opinion.
And again, New Zealand. What's going on with all the New Zealand and Australia?
Nah, but they didn't really look New Zealand though. You had one big one and one skinny one like they look white.
Yeah, but did you hear her?
Oh, her.
I mean, the little girl. Goddamn.
Yeah. But she close. Well, I guess it makes it Samoans. Yeah, because she did have a little Australian thing going.
I'm saying, I don't know why that's the new science
fiction.
Wait,
Samoan? No, they're from New Zealand, but Australia was it next to
New Zealand? Next to Australia? New Zealand is like Australian Canada or something like that. Like it's right on top, and it really might as well be it might as well be a colony.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Did you watch Foundation on Apple TV?
No.
See, Foundation also did that where mad motherfuckers had Australian and New Zealand accents, and I just don't know why that's what space sounds like now. I'm also tired of them making sci-fi TV shows more realistic.
Yeah.
Way too many Asians and Indians are making it to space in our fantasy these days.
That's why I stopped watching The Expanse. The Expanse got a little too like.
It's almost.
The Expanse got a little crazy where they was making it too like. I was like, what the fuck going on here? I'm like, get this shit out of here with all this realization and shit.
Right. I want to let's get back to some space shit.
Yeah, I want to see some space shit. I want to be in space. Y'all niggas is in a club in space. I don't give a fuck about no club in space.
That's what I'm saying. Like going to buy milk and making ramen noodles is the same on a spaceship as it is on Earth.
There's cops and shit. Nah, nigga, I want y'all on a spaceship going to another planet. Y'all get into some alien beef,
Right, I want the problems to be space type problems. I don't want them to be regular life type problems. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she pregnant, she don't want to get an abortion. Bullshit. That happens every day. You don't have to do that in space.
Did you watch Internals?
No,
yet, right?
I didn't. No, I wouldn't say not yet. I would say no. I didn't watch
You're
it.
not gonna watch it. Yeah.
I might one day, but
yo, I liked it. I kind of liked it. I think it gets. I thought it got. I was like, yo, this is kind of high. Like, you know what I mean? Marvel always does the shit where you're like, oh my fucking god, why y'all doing this? But like, some of this shit was cool to me.
I find it weird. The stories that they're choosing to do are weird.
Okay, that's fine.
Why? Who was asking for Eternals?
Yeah, but I think that's why it's kind of dope because they are doing the characters that you don't or the movies. Yeah, the characters that you don't always fucking see that a lot of people do like. Like, you know what I mean?
But do a lot of people like the Eternals? That's what I mean. Like,
I feel like
they got a bank.
Like
they got a bank of people. I would rather they had did a Moon Knight.
Now I don't know if people like the Dark Knight. I don't know why the Dark Knight. They're well you didn't. Well, I'm spoiling a little bit, but I don't know why they. I'm like, oh, they're Tristan. Well, you know what? No, it doesn't make sense.
The Black Knight.
Black Knight, my fault.
Yes,
yeah, but Black Knight.
Black
Knight.
That's what
hold
I
on,
mean.
I'm wrong because Black Knight goes with old girls, so that makes fucking sense.
Yeah, but that barely mattered. You could give Black Knight a 15-minute introduction.
Nah, but that's one of the strongest relationships I think in the Marvel universe though. It's Black Knight and what's her name? Cersei or whatever the fuck her name.
The Eternals bitch.
Yeah, that's like a big that's one of the, like a very strong relationship. Like it's like one of the most notorious.
Yeah, but how important is it?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
How important is Black Knight?
Yeah,
it's not.
I'm just saying I do like that they go that route. Like I do like hey, it's like, oh shit, who's this character? Like I don't really know. Or if you do know, you might do some. It is cool. And it broadens the, you know what I mean? Because everyone's like, oh, you know, it's the X-Men, it's Wolverine, it's fucking Spider-Man.
But you know who it's not though? It's not Wolverine. It's never Wolverine. And they keep on saying it's gonna be Wolverine, and it never is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's what the problem. The Marvel movies are starting to feel like it's like the Marvel movies is like your man's that calls you like, yo, it's a party later, you gotta come, it's gonna be bitches.
Yeah.
And you get there,
yeah.
And technically it is bitches.
Yeah.
But it's not really bitches, it's just your homegirls that you chill with all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what the Marvel movies is like. It's like, you said come and it's gonna be superheroes. And technically,
yeah, there's superheroes.
There's superheroes here, but these aren't, you knew these weren't the superheroes I thought you were talking about.
I get it, but I don't know. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Salma Hayek was in it. I love Salma Hayek.
Who doesn't love Salma Hayek?
My boy Paperboy was in there. Paperboy.
All about my Paperboy. Season 3 of that is still coming out.
I think it's coming out soon, finally.
Yeah, season 3 of Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I was watching that clip again when he's in getting processed. And if she was a woman, she would be at the women's jail.
That's a man. Nigga, you gay.
I know what y'all think, but I ain't on that faggot shit, man.
He was like, oh, see, on the inside, that's not gay.
You was outside. I hate this place.
Okay, all right. I guess.
Yeah, I guess we can move on from Boba Fett.
Speaking of jail,
Yeah, speaking of jail, I was gonna go to the movie, but we didn't do the. Speaking of jail, did you see Don't Look Up?
Oh, Don't Look Up. We could do Don't Look Up.
Well, or we can do Speaking of Jail. Matter of fact, let's do Speaking of Jail.
Speaking of Jail.
Because I want to come back to them several times throughout the rest of the podcast now.
Rest in peace, Ahmaud Arbery. He got justice. Those 3 white animals were convicted and sentenced to life without parole. Well, 2 of them. The other there was one that it has the eligibility.
Life with the eligibility of parole. I think for the one dude who did not.
I think did he drive? I think he drive and filmed.
He didn't. He wasn't armed. I think that's what it was. He didn't have a gun or he didn't shoot or something like that.
I think was he the one that filmed it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was whatever the third dude, not the father and the son.
He was the driver. I believe he was the driver.
Both got life without parole.
Yeah.
And then the third dude, I don't know how he was related to them. If he was,
I think it was just
their man.
Just their man.
He has the opportunity for parole. I think after 25 years.
Yeah, and that's only because I watched that trial that day, and that's only because the judge was like, "Hey, you showed some remorse." So because you showed some remorse, even during it, I'll give you the eligibility. But the other 2 niggas, the judge was like, "Fuck out of here!" Like y'all still don't think y'all did anything wrong.
Yeah,
life plus 20.
Yeah, but it's life sentence. Yeah, it's life plus 20, but it's a life sentence. Like,
yeah, which I also will be clear that like. Even in the case of these motherfuckers, I hate people getting more than 1 life sentence. Like sentencing and the indictment process has to be reviewed and fixed in this country.
Nah.
People getting 2, 3, 4 life sentences. It doesn't happen because what that person did was so bad that they need to be in jail for 600 years. Mm-hmm. You get that because there's an intimidation attempt made in every sentencing, rather in every indictment, to try to get the defendant to plead. Mm-hmm. To plead. So the plea bargain goes a lot better for the prosecutors if we can say you're facing 6 life sentences.
Yeah, I get it.
That means now I have to beat 6 different charges in order to not spend the rest of my life in jail. Yeah.
Man, if it's all
stemming from the same incident,
I hear what you're saying, but fuck them. I'm not giving them that. Fuck them.
Well, you know my thing is
I hear where you're going.
My thing is realistically in this country, if you want to benefit black folks, you're gonna have to point out how it would benefit white folks too.
Yeah, but fuck them. But fuck those 3. Like, bro, fuck those 3. They hunted a nigga that was just running through a park and thought that they got life without parole. Yeah, so they would have to overturn. So I hear what you're totally saying, but for these 3, I'm not giving them that. Now I normally don't wish jail on nobody, but I can hope it. And don't drop the soap, niggas.
I wish jail on people all the time. I know why you say that, but the more I think about it, I wish jail on people all the time.
Like, fucking, just get them the fuck out of here. You know,
I mostly wish jail on cops. I wish jail on these motherfuckers real bad.
Fucking bozos, and they got it.
Real bad.
We're never gonna see these niggas again.
And because we talked about this,
because all of them are gonna die in that bitch.
And we talked about this when it happened. The shame is that if somebody outside was to touch them, now you're looking at another black life thrown away because of these motherfuckers. Because now you have to go do the time for having done some shit by yourself in a situation like this. Mm-hmm. So that's why I wish jail on all of these motherfuckers, because with them being outside, like George Zimmerman and shit like that, every day is a danger to black men. Mm-hmm. Still, because even if he don't do nothing, somebody does something to him, we're gonna applaud that nigga, but he'll spend the rest of his life in jail. Yeah. So I wish jail on all of these type motherfuckers.
Bye niggas. Them suits didn't save you, them glasses didn't save you, your white skin didn't save you. You know what? These crackers been kinda going to jail. Well, these whole high profile ones.
And certain things make this an outstanding case.
Like we took the L on Kyle, but we put these three niggas. You know what I'm saying? We took an L on Kyle, but these niggas went to jail.
To be fair, Kyle Rittenhouse also only killed white people.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact.
What anybody sees the difference between what they did and what Kyle Rittenhouse did.
Yeah.
Regardless, like, do I think Kyle Rittenhouse should be in jail? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think he should be in jail less than them?
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta admit it. He don't need to be in jail as bad as these motherfuckers need to be in jail.
Yeah.
And the judge basically said it during the sentencing. He agrees with the idea that they basically hunted this nigga down.
Bruh, did you see? Their lawyers had me had me boiling hot. Their defense was like, I'm like, yo, y'all are really like disgusting.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. That's not.
They were being disgusting, especially that white woman. That white woman was being nasty. Like I was like, yo, I hate this bitch.
That slippery shit makes you. It make you get agitated and stuff because you know, like, it's nothing like. It's disrespectful watching a motherfucker be dishonest to your face, like,
you know,
not lying,
and I
but
get
just
it.
Being dishonest.
They got paid, and that's their. But like, I was like, yo, y'all three are slimy as fuck. And then y'all are saying a whole bunch of shit, nothing but just technical. I was like, you didn't say anything, but you technically said it. But I'm glad. I was worried about the judge. You know what I'm saying? But when the judge came out with that verdict, I was like, oh, he's solid. Like he's solid there. Like, nah. Like I don't care what y'all fucking are saying. Y'all did some fucking slimy ass grimy shit. Like
yeah.
Like everything that they said that y'all did, y'all fucking did. Like.
Yeah, I almost had like a little Atticus Finch moment, you know what I'm saying, when you're watching the judge and like, cause how he says it really make him seem like a stand-up dude and make you want to believe in the system.
Well,
a
I'm sure
bit.
he put niggas away before too, but you know.
Yeah.
But in this,
it make you want. That's what I'm saying. It make you want to feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's like that's why I call it a little Atticus Finch moment, because don't forget. He lost that case.
This fucking bitch. I don't even do that. It makes it sound like I hate women, but I don't. I just hate that bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because she was just a fucking. I just wanted to knock her head off, and I don't hit women, but she could have got it that day.
Yeah. You know what this make you want to do is like old boy in that hotel lobby. You know what I'm saying? Where you find who she's with, and just drop him instead.
I'm locked up, they won't let me out.
No.
I'm locked up, they won't let me out. Okay, R.I.P. John Madden.
Oh, it's all death so far.
Listen.
Yeah, rest in peace, John Madden. Jimmy thought he was already dead, but that was John Belushi. Anybody could be forgiven for making a mistake. They look almost exactly alike.
Like for me, rest in peace, because you know it's a person that's no longer here. But like I didn't play Madden like that, and I'm also not like an ill football nigga. So it's like I didn't have that groveling effect. But to the ones that did, you know what I mean? Hold your head.
I think it was Ralphie May, a little fat stand-up comedian that had the John Madden impression, or was it that Italian fella?
I'm sure it's one of those.
Anyway, one of those motherfuckers had the John Madden impression. So what you want to do is get a first down, and that's good football. You know, and everything was good football. And John Madden commentary actually was like this. If you've ever seen John Madden call a game, so really, he didn't get the first down. And really what you want to do is get the first down, because that's going to give you another set of 4 downs to try and advance the next first down, or trying to get the goal. And that's going to be good football. But he was supposedly a hell of a coach. We're all too young to know. But he definitely was a shit commenter.
Yeah. And wasn't he always drawing all the fucking time?
Yeah, the circles and the lines.
Yeah.
But he really fucked around and made the right move at the beginning of the video game era.
Yeah.
Attached his name to a football game that became the football game.
The football game.
And that's good football. That's good football.
I'm sure he died a very rich man.
Yeah, rest in peace, John Madden. If you ever played NFL 2K, then you really will understand that while he has no credit for the development of the games, his games were the best games. Like, it's a reason that they don't make NFL 2K no more. NFL 2K
That shit made me snort.
NFL 2K was dog shit.
The John Madden documentary is really good too.
Yeah.
Where's that at? The doc?
You can see it on like ESPN and shit like that.
Is it like a 30 for 30 kind of thing? Or?
It's like a 2-hour documentary. It's called All Madden. It's pretty dope.
It just came out, or?
Yeah, it came out on Christmas.
Oh, so they knew he was gonna die.
Well, no,
The media be knowing. Nah, you know, Illuminati.
Sometimes they be knowing.
Illuminati.
It was set to come out on January 3rd.
Yeah.
It came out earlier because he passed away.
Okay.
Like they aired it that weekend before he died, and then he died like that weekend. Like
He started getting a bad cough and shit. And he was like, "Yo, bro, put it out. We gotta roll it."
They knew he was going.
in the doc, he's watching them watch it, so it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
He got to see it.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, man. Football is weird that way. We're like, motherfuckers that don't like football like football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people love John Madden that don't know, you know what I'm saying? He actually be breaking news to them. They didn't know that you got to try to get the first down to get the next first down. Like,
yeah.
And they still love John Madden.
Yeah.
Great energy.
It's the energy. It's the voice. It's once again. If you're watching it on TV, there's. It's the middleman. It's the middleman. Like,
well, football coaches are like culturally they're like our wise men to a certain extent. Like Nick Saban is another one. Like, it don't matter how much. Like, I don't know shit about college football. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know certain names. They are like national wise men, father figure type shit, because we don't worship nothing. You know what I mean? So yeah, rest in peace, John Madden.
Yeah.
It's sad because the other two topics are also death.
Okay. Well, has the Omarion virus really been killing niggas, or they just been getting sick?
Omicron catching bodies.
They catching bodies. I know niggas been getting fucked up.
Omicron catching bodies. Here's with how many of us have vaccines and shit now. They really can't conclusively even say if it is less dangerous than the Delta shit. Like, we just think it's less dangerous because less people are dying, but that don't necessarily mean it's less dangerous. We might just be more ready.
Yeah, that's a fact. I get what you're saying.
So yeah, I guess with that we're moving on to what I like to call this one Big O.
big O fist. Big O was my shit. It was Batman and a fucking Zord.
Big O was stupid fly, son.
Big O was fire, bro.
Bro, like my man's had the wild, nice taste in jazz and suits, cognac. He really was a high society dude with a robot, man.
3,000 people died yesterday.
From Big O.
Yeah,
what was the day where they said we had 1 million new cases in one day?
Yeah, this is deaths.
I also said it was just Big Bova switching sets.
Cases.
Look at the fucking new cases, man. This is the shit I be talking about, bro. If you was to go back 40 years from now, if you show a 20-year-old this chart, and then you say, hey, we locked down right here, and you point to where we did the lockdown, they'd be looking at you like, bro, why?
Yeah.
It got so much worse after. Why y'all didn't lock down again? Why? What?
Well, that's the problem. I'm sure
That's almost at the highest.
that's the problem. See, that's
Well,
what,
no, see, that's the
They don't
thing.
even
No,
talk about it.
deaths is only at like 70% of the all-time high. That's what the issue is.
See,
They don't
why
even talk
I kind of fuck with China, because China would
Was
just
7
just
day
lock it
rolling
down.
average. My fault.
No, that's fine.
7 day rolling average deaths are at like 70% the all-time high. See that it's
This is worldwide.
it's hard to. Damn. I don't, man. That's a lot of fucking death to be acting like it's not happening, man. 3,000 death. That's a 9/11 every day.
No, there's a 3 million new case worldwide average. 3 million.
And we had 1 million in one day. We had a third of the world's new cases in one day. We're supposed to be better than them. They don't have running water.
God, Jesus.
But it's crazy because, like Matt said, I thought the same thing, honestly. Like, oh, people aren't really dying. They're just getting sick.
Because they keep telling us it's not as deadly, but there's not evidence for that. There's not science for that. Less people dying, it doesn't necessarily mean it's less deadly. We have vaccines and people have natural immunities and shit at this point. A lot of people getting Omicron are vaccinated.
Yeah.
A lot of people not getting Omicron are vaccinated. Shout out to me. You know what I'm saying?
And then we can go on to the Bronx fire that happened over the past, last weekend?
Yep, I want to say, fuck Eric Adams.
Bing bong!
Fuck Eric Adams. Nah, man, fuck Eric Adams. All my homies hate Eric Adams. He's trash.
Is that the mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that nigga, man.
First of all,
And I'm not even from there. He just seems, he gives me Cory Booker vibes.
you know what? I've spoken on this podcast before about my old neighbor that was a detective. You know what I'm saying? And he was a member of the same black officers organization that Eric Adams was a member of. And I still have nothing but the highest regard for the dude that I knew. Taught me how to ride a bicycle and shit. But also, fuck Eric Adams still. It don't change how I feel about Eric Adams.
Yeah.
Even knowing that.
Yeah,
He's a cop.
Fuck out of here, Eric.
He's a cop. He talks like a cop. He walks like a cop.
Oh man.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to the children and adult human beings that passed away in this fire. I believe there was 13 of them, and 9 of them were children. It's never good when it's children. I mean, it's never good when it's death, but it's never good when it's children.
It's especially bad when it shows 17 victims.
17. Oh, even worse.
Died of smoke inhalation.
Yeah. And I know that, what was this though? The worst fire New York had in 30 years, they said? Because I felt like they kept bragging about that, but I felt like.
No, it was the second worst ever.
Yeah,
No way.
No way. Them fires back in the 70s.
Yeah, the old tenement fires used to be fucking disastrous, man. The Triangle Shirtwaist Factory
it's like the last 30 years. It was like a certain time frame. This is the second back worst or some shit. You know what? Shout out to I seen Fat Joe. You know what I mean? Since he's a Bronx native, him getting people together to raise money and shit like that to fucking help these people for funeral costs and living situations. So shout out to him, because that's somebody that I get. He goes back to his hood and helps when it's needed. Oh damn, these pictures are sad to see. But you know what? There was one picture that was crazy to me. It was a fireman holding that black baby, and not that one. It was one where but maybe that was a good one too. But it's like a fucking 8-month-old or some shit. And people was like, not all heroes wear capes. It's something about that. I know it's not racist, but it felt racist.
It felt racist. I feel you.
But he saved that little Negro child's life, so kudos to him.
Yeah, well, salute firefighters. They at least don't side with the fire, no matter how racist they are.
Yeah, they don't say close. You should have kept the door closed.
Yeah, no, the mayor does that.
Yeah.
Which fuck the mayor again.
You mean this one?
Yeah. Now, you see, I don't know. Hey, I don't know. Maybe I think I'm just so fucking.
He's just trying to save that baby.
I know, bro, but you're white, so it's like you don't understand from a nigga point of view.
This has me kind of fucked up.
In the middle.
This has me kind of fucked up.
You see what I'm saying?
This has me kind of fucked up.
You see what I'm saying, right?
Because here's the thing, he does look heroic.
Yes. But it's like a white savior complex to me still.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. Here's the all white the firefighter team coming to save some nigga children.
That's the thing, right? Is that if a whole building full of black people burns down, then a bunch of white firefighters are gonna show up to put the fire out because the firefighters are racist. Saving all those black babies, but you don't hire black men.
Black men, that's what I'm saying. I say I haven't seen a Negro firefighter, not even a Puerto Rican. Can you give me a Puerto Rican?
He's really looking at shit. You seen that? Oh shit, Method Man was in there?
He's black now.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Good grief.
You think that's what they mean when they call him Black Irish? Just a soot-stained Flanagan or Flannery or O'Doyle. I'm
telling you right now,
She's black.
That's a cop.
I say police right there.
This goes back to, this is the reason why I hate project buildings now. It's not a project building technically, but it's a high rise and it's a hood building, and I hate them shits.
Yeah, I mean, most of the residents also hate them for reasons like the heat don't be working right, the doors don't be closing right, it be cockroaches, they don't be taking the garbage out when they say they're gonna take the garbage out, elevators be broken for months at a time.
Smell like piss, and I don't understand.
Smelling like piss.
I don't understand why people can't just piss in the bathroom and they gotta piss in the elevator or the stairwell.
Because those are vagrants. I hate to. I used to crack up at this. I used to laugh at that joke like a motherfucker. If you live in the building, why are you just gonna piss in the building? Here's the thing: they sell crack in the building. The motherfuckers that live there ain't the ones pissing in the elevator and the stairwell.
You're right, but I still think it's crazy.
I think this is what they kept up.
Set a major fire 35 years ago. No surprise.
Yes,
It's a dog shit building. There's not for nothing. It's also notoriously difficult to get building permits in New York City. It's very expensive to do necessary maintenance on these buildings. But I mean, also look at the outside of that fucking building.
Bro, they should have.
Does that look structurally?
That's a project.
Does that look
sir.
structurally sound to you?
That's a project, sir.
It's not a project. It's privately owned. Right. That's the only. It's important to point out.
You
I get
right.
you, man.
I wanted to be like, oh, no, but you're right.
It's important to point out that it's privately owned because government buildings actually don't catch fire and kill 20 people at a time.
You feel me? That building should have been painted over like 10 times over already. Look at them washed out bricks. Them bricks is finished.
None of them match.
What the fuck?
Son, it's clearly 2 or 3 different
The shit-
timings of exterior construction.
You know
on
what it
that.
look like? It looks like when you're finding not hieroglyphics. What's the dead animals?
Yeah, fossils.
Fossils.
Yeah, it looks like the rocks where
You was like,
like,
yo, this one lived 10,000 years ago. This one was 3,000 years ago. You want to know how you know? Because look at the levels.
yeah, we can tell by the color of the rocks.
Rocks.
There were no trees at this time of it's archaeological levels of building on the outside.
So imagine the
God
inside.
knows.
Imagine the inside.
And nobody
They
is
killed
going to go
those
to jail
Yeah, they killed those people.
because yes, they did. They
Yeah.
killed. They didn't kill him. It was negligent homicide.
Yeah.
They killed him because they wasn't paying attention.
On purpose.
People go to jail for that.
But on
Yeah,
purpose.
people do go to jail for that.
They purposely weren't paying attention. That's malicious.
Right, they were ignoring it to keep on making bread
Mhm.
without spending any additional money,
That's
and
That's criminal.
almost 20 people died. But the company that owns that building is partially owned by Eric Adams' new. I think he's the new. I don't know if it's secretary or chief, whatever, head of the
Boyfriend?
housing department.
I don't know.
Not boyfriend. I don't think he's gay.
Nah, you know, but I didn't mean it like, hey, they gay, but you know what I mean.
His man's
His
though.
man's like.
Well, he's
Well,
also,
no, you know
nah,
what?
he's-
I meant it like kind of derogatory, but you know what I meant. It wasn't like derogatory.
Nah, he's
gays.
trying to have his brother be like the deputy commissioner of police or some shit like that. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. That type of shit, like just like, oh, that's that nigga boyfriend. Like,
yeah, they be in bed together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to all those people, man.
Self-closing door law failed to save Bronx fire victims.
That's disgusting. Oh, okay.
Yes, that's true. The law failed to save them because the building did not remain compliant with the law.
With the law.
The same way that lynching has been against the law forever,
Mhm.
and we keep on coming up with new ways to make different shit hate crimes. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't enforce the law,
Mhm.
it don't matter how much shit is against the law.
Mhm.
Records show complaints at a Bronx building over faulty door, lack of heat. Yes,
Yeah.
there's many documented complaints, and again, you'll see the mayor on TV talking about just close the door.
Close the door.
They'll do anything to deflect the blame onto the fucking victims, as opposed to the people who let this building remain in fucking dangerous conditions. And again, just looking at the outside of the motherfucking building, this is a shit building. This is a shit building.
Yeah, it's a shit building for sure.
Residents complaining about lack of heat. Residents complaining that the doors don't close.
I'm telling you, the Bronx is a third world country, man.
Yeah, but to see the actual mayor of New York City standing next to a guy who is one of the people responsible for a building where residents are complaining, hey, the doors that are supposed to close by themselves don't close by themselves. And then he's telling New Yorkers, just close the door.
Yeah, no, he just got back.
We crossing the line, man. It's not disenfranchisement, it's disrespect. Is that it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Man, that's sad. This is a shit podcast. Why is everything so depressed? I wish we had talked about Star Wars more.
Tariq's in jail. We can talk about that.
Oh man.
Reek is not. Oh, you talking about?
He want to press this power shit. That's why you sit over there and you just stay over there. We don't want to talk about
Man,
no power.
fucking Rory and Mal must have been talking about power.
Yeah, that's what happened.
God damn
He
it.
wants us to be them so bad.
God damn it. Well, come on. If y'all want to do a Rory and Mal podcast, I'd have just did my laundry. So.
I hope y'all enjoyed us tonight, this morning, whenever you listen to this. We would make sure that we don't have a hiatus like we had for a while, I hope. But you know.
I mean, I think it's been almost 2 months now since we did a podcast.
Like a month. Like a month.
Yeah, probably, maybe five weeks.
5
something
weeks.
like
5
that.
weeks is fair.
I love that. Oh, I did want to talk about Georgia.
Georgia.
I wanted to talk about Georgia.
Georgia.
I loved and hated the South.
Georgia. Yeah.
If you listen to every episode of the podcast, then you'll know that I've been back and forth about trying to talk my boys into moving down south with me.
Yeah.
And make majority black states again. And Georgia was one of the prime candidates. Because it kind of got cities still.
Yeah.
And we're not exactly country folks.
Yeah.
The thing is that Atlanta, it's the city, but it is still in the country. The guns, the security because of the guns, the country. It's wild country everywhere. Like you get 15 minutes outside of the city, it's like
country,
being it's like being by Dover.
Oh damn.
It's, you know what I'm saying? Like we're 40 minutes outside of New York City right now. Being 40 minutes outside of Atlanta, it's like being in fucking Western PA.
Oh damn, hell nah.
Everybody got guns and everybody got vests on. It's no going out to the regular bar, going out to the regular club, not the titty club, the regular club.
Yeah.
They got weapons.
Yeah.
Submachine guns, semi-auto shit, plate carriers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not Kevlar vests. Plate carriers on. I never felt so simultaneously safe and unsafe in my life. Like, it felt like shit could pop off at any second. Like, shit can always pop off whenever, but up here, you really don't. No, it's not gonna happen all the time. You get in a situation where you like, oh, it's a lot of people with guns in this situation that I'm in right now. And then we'll all leave and be in different situations where it's not a lot of guns. Yeah. But every situation down there has mad fucking guns in it.
I get what you're saying.
But at the same time, I'm like, yo, these situations be ending fast. There's no way, like, they gotta be, you know, like, you get hit or you don't. And they know, it don't be no whole lot of time waiting under a car for shit to stop. Like, it's gotta be when it goes down all at once down there. We gotta go.
You gotta go?
I think we should go visit.
Atlanta again? Or Georgia? Atlanta?
Yeah, see how it feels as a group where we don't all got. My man's was like, yo, I it's something extra in the car for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. Like, if shit happens, it's enough in the car for everybody. And I'm looking at him like, bro, what do you think I'm gonna? It might as well not be. I'm gonna be just as useful with it as without, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? I might as well be a pew, 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 pew. I'm not. I grab it so that I look like I'm helping. Well, what are you talking about? We don't grow up with this with like that like they do down there.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
Yeah, that was my time. That was my time down in Georgia.
So would you not move down there now?
He said, think about it. Maybe so, right? There's no, but they don't got. No
I was never.
They don't got no bodegas and shit.
I was never moving down there without the gang. I'm saying that the fellas got to come down, check it out. the walking is motherfucker. Ain't no bodegas. Ain't no shit you can walk to.
I can't just walk down the street and go get me a mile real fast. I gotta walk like 2 miles down the road. And then get on a horse.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, everything is a highway down there. Everything is a highway when you get in the suburbs. And
So
shit.
down the street is literally 10 minutes.
Yeah, down the street is down. It's down the road.
Down the road.
It's.
Does it look nice?
Yeah, and the property cheap than a motherfucker.
Yeah, you always hear
I'm
that.
talking about, 8 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms, 6 bedrooms, $250,000.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't buy the shit that we live in now for $250,000, and we wouldn't want it for that much money. So it's shit about it down there that is worth checking out. It was a good time.
I believe you.
I fucked with it,
I believe you.
but it's
It's something.
it's different. It's different,
something.
man. It's different. It's country, man. The whites down there, that's one thing I say we don't appreciate enough up north. We understand like it's different cultures and shit like that. Like I talk about white teachers and stuff asking me like what black students was trying to say to them and stuff. But down there it's really separate. It's way more separate. That's you know what I mean? Like it's not more segregated. It's weird because it's not more segregated. They live together just as much as we live together up here. Matter of fact, it might be more integrated in that way.
Nah, I get what you're saying.
But culturally, it's
still
more.
separate.
It's way more separate.
I got you. I understand exactly what you're saying. Yeah, they really fucking jamming. What the fuck?
Yeah, for like a grip now, so
They
I feel like I'm missing out.
They about to get a fucking noise complaint.
We in the wrong place, man.
Noise.
Fuck doing a podcast. We be wherever the fuck they at. Or this one of the times you wish
they listen to Gunna too. All right, okay, I see.
Nah, shit was cheap down there too.
Yeah.
Shit was cheaper.
Of course, it's always
Shit was down
down south. It's always cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
You out? We out. Shout out to.
But I mean, now I'm just listening to music and shit. So. I mean, we said we was gonna talk about Don't Look Up. I kind of want to give them more podcasts because we haven't given them podcasts in forever.
We can do that.
Did you see Don't Look Up?
Yeah, I saw Don't Look Up. I liked it. It had what's my boy? My boy from Jack Beach and the Titanic and Romeo.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Juliet, 1995. There we go.
Yeah, man. His face just keep getting wider and
He
wider.
got a big ass head.
His head just keep
Nigga
growing.
used to have a little head with a little neck. Now he got a big head with a little neck.
Yeah, he looked like a bobblehead of himself.
Nigga look like Pacquiao.
I said the same thing. Yo, that's crazy. I was watching. I said, yo, why he look like Leonardo DiCaprio? He looked like he been taking steroids or something. The sides of his face done blown up.
Yeah.
Funny ass movie.
It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't know I was gonna. When it ended, I was like, wow, I'm actually kind of attached to the characters, and I have this feeling for these people.
Yeah, that nice little dinner that they did and shit. I was like, oh man, even the little fucking the little crust punk kid and shit. I was like, oh shit, I kind of like, I like how they tied it together with all the comedy that was going on in there.
Yeah.
They still found some time to make me care about the characters.
Yeah, there we go. That's what it was.
Yeah.
If you don't know what it's about a comet coming to, would it be an asteroid?
It's a comet.
It's a comet because there's a difference, right? There's a difference.
Yeah, but a comet is actually much less problematic. Like they were saying, like we could actually deal with a comet. It's the asteroids at Glenfield Planetarium.
Yeah.
Asteroids is the one that they was like Worry about that. worry about the asteroid.
There was a huge comet coming, and they seen it 6 months out, and they tell the world like, hey, there's this thing coming that's gonna hit us, and it's gonna bust our ass, like it's gonna kill us if we don't
Extinction level event.
Yeah, do something about it. And everybody's like, you don't know what you're talking about. And then it keeps getting closer and closer, and people are like, oh, it is coming, but it's not gonna be that bad. And then of course, capitalism tries to fucking get some money out of it because it's gold and minerals and bronze and all that fly shit. And then it keeps coming, and then it wipes everybody out. Now I skipped a whole lot of shit, but that's just my review.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the movie. What I would say is that along the way, you got Meryl Streep doing like Girl Trump, which is fucking hilarious. Jonah Hill being funny.
Jonah Hill, of course.
I mean, it's clever than a mother.
Leo gonna get some pussy in a movie, no matter what movie. He gonna get some pussy.
Stay in the drawers. Are there allegations against him?
Is there on Leo?
Somebody said something about some underage with him.
Oh no!
But I never heard that before.
Not my nigga Leo.
Last I heard about him, he was on a yacht with supermodels.
It's not Leo.
I thought that he was like
I just
above
seen
ground.
Fucking Jeff Bezos bitch all up in this nigga face.
That's what I'm saying. I thought he was on the level like, yeah.
I would think he didn't gotta take pussy.
Yo, you know how crazy it would be? Imagine if Leonardo DiCaprio, after in that movie, they done made fun of fucking Jeff Bezos all over the place. Imagine now he gets like a award for that movie and shows up with Jeff Bezos' ex-wife.
Yeah.
They would have to shoot each other, right? They would have to shoot at each other.
That's funny.
Jeff Bezos' wife got mad bread now.
Yeah, she breaded up. Yeah, she is breaded up.
She got more money than Leonardo DiCaprio. He been rich ever since he froze to death in that water.
Yeah, right. He been rich for a long time. No, he was rich. He was rich
before that.
He was rich. When he played the retard? I can't say retard no more, right? No, he played a retard.
When did he play retard? Oh, Gilbert Grape.
It was the 90s. It's fine.
He ain't go for a retard. He didn't go for a retard.
He didn't go. Yeah, he had sense.
Yeah, it was a touch of brightness there to that
one. Yeah, so it's one of those. It was a movie that felt it just capitalism again. It's no matter what, capitalism will be the destruction of man.
And
ignorance.
I've been thinking about this a lot, and I would make the argument that what we live in today is not capitalism. Capitalism, right, is the idea that the free market is going to yield the best results across the board, right? Not just in terms of profit, but in terms of everything, right? Capitalism is a system that is dependent on certain economic principles. People having money to spend and people having things to sell. We don't live in capitalism no more. This is socialism. It's just not what we usually think of as socialism.
Okay, that's fine.
Walmart employees get government benefits in this country. You can work 40 hours a week in Walmart and still qualify for welfare.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like the American dream.
Sounds like socialism to me. Only thing is the beneficiary of the socialism is not the Walmart employee.
Yeah.
It's Walmart.
It's Walmart, yeah.
Walmart shareholders get our tax money. I give money to Walmart every time I pay taxes. Because the government gives my money back to Walmart's employees.
Yeah.
They full-time employees. So it's already socialism. It's just not the kind of socialism we think it is.
Yeah.
Capitalism says that Walmart should be out of business.
Yeah.
They can't afford to pay their employees.
Okay, that's fine.
That's fundamental to be in business. If you can't afford to pay your employees, you either gotta lower your profit margins or go out of business.
Yeah.
So this ain't capitalism.
Okay.
And that's what the fucking movie showed.
Yeah.
Because
So
what
what-
the dude
So
did in the movie.
So can my better word be greed?
Yeah.
Greed?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it take collusion of two parties.
Collusion. Oh, that was the SAT word.
Yes, indeed. It took the president bitch and the corporate bitch to both say we're gonna turn the rockets around or whatever to get them to that point. But you wouldn't have had that type of situation if everybody was bidding for the best result to get a contract. That's capitalism.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I could guarantee the best outcome based on market demands is capitalism. You and me get together so that we could get rich is not actually capitalism. I say all that because I'm an avowed capitalist. I love the idea of getting money and other people losing money. But we just don't do it right no more. But the movie was cracked though. Definitely
I mean, because Leo don't really do roles that are bad. I don't think I've seen a bad Leo movie. I don't think.
Yeah, nah, he's like the opposite of Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Like, he just never did a stinker. So
Yeah, I don't think he's done a stinker. Now, he's got some stuff I never seen, but he's never done a stinker.
Right. He never did nothing that brought his price down. His price just keep going up.
Keep going up.
And black folks fuck with Leonardo DiCaprio not because he was so good in Django.
He was so good in Django. He had me mad. I watched Django the other day. He had me mad.
He does such a good job.
I was mad. I wasn't mad when I first saw Django. This time I was mad as fuck. Like the fuck, Leo.
But underneath it all, you know that for him to play that character so well, he must fundamentally disagree with the whole idea. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we fuck with him. We fuck with him because he was such a good racist. He can't possibly be a real racist.
Okay. I got you there.
You know what I mean?
I got you there. I hear what you saying.
You know what I mean?
I hear what
you know what I'm saying?
I think Jonah Hill was in that too, being an asshole in Django.
Yeah, his wife cut the eyes out off. Woo!
I don't know.
Like a movie where they both star in the movie. Yeah, because they was in Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. Okay, they gotta be boys in real life.
Yeah, they be booming.
Yeah, they gotta be fooling, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
they
they be together. I didn't think about that. They really be together. That's interesting.
And Jordan was on that yacht with all the supermodels and shit. He just was below deck. So you couldn't see him.
You couldn't see him.
He was getting the back.
Snorting blow.
Yeah.